Alrighty, Majora T just released a video. It was actually based on my question, which I generally don't have questions for table topics because, I don't know, I'm not a question guy, I guess. But I had one this time that I thought was really good, and that is games that overstayed their welcome for whatever reason. They just dragged on and on for far too long. I have a couple in mind here. One of them is going to be super controversial. It is what it is, but here we go. Alright, yeah, and so yeah, my first pick is for Doom. The PlayStation 1 version, which I know it doesn't have the metal on it. It is whatever. I was gonna say it is what it is again, but bleh. So the reason I feel this way about this version of the game is because I was not a PC gamer. I'm still really not. So my whole experience with Doom before the PS1 version was on Super Nintendo and 32X. And you know, in those versions, I think Super Nintendo had like 22 levels and 32X had 13, if I remember correctly. So when I got the PS1 version about like 5 or so years ago, I figured, okay, you know, so it'll be like 25 levels. That's, you know, for most level-based games, that's like a really, really good number. I feel like most stage and level-based games should you know, shoot for a number like that. So, you know, I was playing it, and I got to, I think it was level 25, and there was this huge fucking boss, and like, I was like, okay, this is the end. So we're gonna beat this guy. So I beat him, level ended, set down the controller, was waiting for the end credits, and another level loads up. I'm like, okay, make it through that level, another one loads up. And then this keeps going on, and eventually I get to like stage 35, and I'm like, yeah, that's it for me. Turns out, which I didn't know, which it probably said on the back of the package, but they actually had bundled like Ultimate Doom and Doom 2 together in one like whole package, but they didn't like separate it at all. They just put it as like one massive campaign, and for me personally, that's just too much. Like, it would have been better if they just, you know, said, hey, this is, you know, Ultimate Doom, and then this is Doom 2, like, you know, two separate games in one package. Yeah, but you know, great game otherwise. I mean, it's fantastic shooter, one of the best first person shooters in my opinion. I prefer the old school. Oh, sorry, my tablet just skipped for some reason. I prefer the old school metal soundtrack that you find in the, you know, Super Nintendo and 32X versions. The music in the PS1 version is really cool though. It really shifts the game more towards like a horror feel. But yeah, just way too long. Okay, and then the next one um might be a little controversial, but you know. All right, and that would be Tales of Vesperia. So I really liked this game when I played it on the 360. I didn't get a chance to beat it because my system died after like owning it for a whole 10 months. But you know, I really did enjoy it. And when the PS4 remaster came out, I, you know, went ahead and got that day one because, you know, that's cool as hell. I love that game. That was like one of the best RPGs of that generation, which sadly didn't have a lot to choose from. So I started playing through it, and I noticed like a big problem. And it was like a lot of the dialogue has what I call mandatory participation, where, okay, you've got 6 party members, and they're talking about a subject, so every party member has to contribute to that subject, even if they don't have anything meaningful to say. So that leads to a lot of characters just saying "yeah" or just repeating what the last character said, and it's just unnecessary, and it just slows the game down. And then to compound that problem, you'll get into several sections where there'll be like a big long like 3-5 minute cutscene or whatever. Then you walk 3 steps. Then another cutscene starts. That's like 3 to 5 minutes. Just put them together. Like the game can definitely handle that much like dialogue, at one time, because I've seen it do it, in other sections, and it's not like there was a boss fight right there or anything. So I don't know why they would do that. And then, the dialogue section ends, and guess what? A skit pops up. Yes, I know skits are optional, but my God, just let me play the game. But yeah, so all this leads to when I got like, I don't know, like 30 hours into the game, maybe 35, it felt like the story just dragged on forever and ever. And like, I really enjoyed the characters and the combat at first, but I towards the end I was just like, my God, they could have shaved like 12 hours off of this game, and it would have been so much better. Um, but yeah, that's my pick for games that overstayed their welcome. May have been controversial, but whatever. And I haven't thought of anything to play out, so I'm just gonna end it right there. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.